Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Back for the final round of the Swiss. And this is two players that are hoping to win their way into the top 8.
Got some creativity from Mr. Dashner, and we've got some living in from Mr. Mosier.
Yeah, Mr. Mosher piloting My Living End deck. It's his first time ever piloting it, so that's it's a pretty, it's a deck where you really it's a lot about knowing what your opponent's doing. So
I still get first seed.
You drew in.
Yeah, well, I mean I'm 301.
Nice. You can have that there with your own math and stuff.
Yeah.
All math and stuff.
No, my record is 1301 on Rhinos and here at least on FNF.
I'm gonna be so happy when we get that fucking light moved. We don't have to worry about glare anymore. It's gonna be so nice. It's gonna be freeing. Freeing.
Tribal Flames.
Yeah. Murked somebody last night with it.
Yo, 4 times with Ren and 6?
Yeah. Alright, so let's find some deck lists to see how. We don't need the living in
Yeah,
deck
pretty
lists.
Okay. Let's have just one cycler here. So it looks like Paul keeping a hand where he can cycle and then Grief.
He's got a Visit Charm in his deck.
He does have an Izzet Charm, which
It's wacky.
it is a modern legal card.
Yeah, you've always hated that card.
It's like literally it's a fucking, like if you're mulliganing here, I'm putting that one on the bottom like every time. It's just such a fucking atrocious card. I'm sorry everyone. I hate the card.
Which card?
Is it Charm? I don't think it's that bad.
It's fucking terrible.
It's not like good, but I don't think it's.
Is he playing Prismari Command?
Yeah, he's got 3 Prismari commands.
I think that card sucks too.
And 1 is it Charm?
The reason the thing I hate about it is draw 2, discard 2 on a spell, put you down a card.
Yep. All right.
I don't like card disadvantage.
Turned into a pretty good hand for him here, I think. He's got the stuff he needs, running 6.
This is your living end deck, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Is the Cryptic Command in it?
No Cryptic Command, no.
Oh.
We're playing real cards here, Isaiah.
Did he?
Little awkward. He kept kind of a bad hand. Like there was no Cascader, and he only had 1 cycler.
And he has nothing to. Do you think he should just pitch a Grief to a Grief and get that going?
There's an argument being made, but also at this point, you've got so little going on. He might be thinking about hard casting him because he does have the filter land in hand.
Right. Yeah. No, that is a pretty awkward hand.
Did you guys write GRV on my deck list?
No, but it's in my mind.
You don't have like a
And
little
Roberts.
referee notepad in your pocket?
Yeah. So there's a few things that are so. He was on a mulligan to 6, I will say, but I still don't think this was a keep. So he also doesn't have a Cascader. Also doesn't have green mana, which means that even if you draw the Cascader, now you have to draw a land that you don't have.
Yeah.
So I think at this point he kind of has to be on the hard cast.
Yeah, he's gonna
Plan.
have to. Well, I just. Okay.
All right. Well, there's one piece of the puzzle.
No green though, still. So rough.
I think you just play the filter land here, hold up the force negation,
Yeah.
call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, having the counter magic in this match is definitely a big deal. He's got no other options, so.
Yeah, you'll be able to hard cast the grief next turn, so I don't see any reason to
Yeah, you're right.
do anything here.
I agree.
Is he playing more than one Tribal Flames?
Yeah, I think he's playing a fucking full grip. He's planning on doming some motherfuckers.
He actually won last night with a Ren Emblem Tribal Flames his opponent to death.
3 Tribal Flames.
Okay.
What's up?
And now's the time.
Yeah. And that is not going to get counterspelled because it's a charm says non-creature.
It does say that.
So this is most likely going to take the creativity. I'd have to assume.
Yeah, I'd have to
Scott,
assume
too.
so, which is going to cause it's going to cause Mike to play Is It Charm for the worst mode in the history of Magic, and I hope to God he doesn't hit because it'll prove me right. And that's what's really important here.
Yeah, Jesus. All right, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's only one card to take.
Just take creativity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul is thinking longer than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, no, creativity is the. I mean, has he seen this?
He might not know.
Before? Yeah, he might not.
I would hope so.
You look at the card and it looks pretty bad. I never would have pegged that card
All right,
to be
he
a
got
real
there.
deck. So,
Changed his mind? Oh my God, he took the... Oh my God. He's dead to me. He's dead to me. Are you...
I think he knows about creativity.
Yeah,
I
I guess this is fine.
I don't think he knows about.
counter magic.
Yeah, he's still got counter magic. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
I don't know if he
I'm
knows
just being
about
dramatic.
Dwarven Mind though.
This does make it to if he draws green men off the top, he can live again. And
Does
not-
he have counter magic? He has
Yeah,
a
he's
blue
got
card to
force
pitch.
negation. And he's got the curator.
Yeah, he's got force negation with some action.
So this is where does Mike be patient or does he just jam it?
Well, this is where Mike's like, why didn't he take the Indomitable creativity?
Yeah.
See, now
You
he's
gotta know. Yeah.
he's stumped.
Yeah, well, he also might just be thinking like, does he just not know? Does he not know what's up?
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, he's making a dwarf.
Oh yeah. So next token, sexy dwarf. Oh yeah. Dwarf pinup.
Is it gonna be a sexy pinup male dwarf?
No, I mean,
At some point, you got to do something for the ladies, John.
I guess as soon as we have a fucking the day that there is a girl playing in an actual tournament here, I'll switch gears and
Okay.
do some fucking
It should be like He-Man as a dwarf.
right. Yeah.
John, we've had girls playing.
We had
I said,
yeah. I mean, there were a couple girls that played in the Monday Seal League a while ago, but they stayed in for like 2 weeks, I think. All right, so here's a dwarf. He flames the guy. Like it draws another thing that he can't play.
It still needs green mana.
This is frustrating.
I think
just go keep going the grief plan.
I
In my
don't hate
opinion.
it.
That's
Yeah,
what you're,
it's
that's
still
where you're
working,
at.
and you still have counter magic up.
Yeah.
So,
And now you can pitch
and the hard cast plan is pretty effective in this
Yeah.
deck,
for sure.
especially when you have the filter land, so you can play the black cards.
he's gonna have to worry about this run in 6 soon.
No, he is exactly. And I definitely hear you take the creativity for sure.
Oh yeah, you take the creativity. Actually,
You take
I don't
Fire
know.
Ice.
You take fire ice. You make him cast the creativity,
Well, yeah,
and you have
still
counter,
the
counter magic.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
disagrees. Oh yeah, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah,
make,
you're right. You're
make,
right.
make him cast this in your counter magic, and then you could have an answer for the Ren.
Sure, for sure. And he's trainer then anyway, so. Anywho. yeah, that watermelon is. It's like an old Jolly Rancher. Like a really old Jolly Rancher. Like a fucking 3 or 4 year old Halloween Jolly Rancher is what that tastes like. That's fucking gross.
Yeah, I actually kind of like pitching. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
pitching like
Yeah,
this.
keep the cycler
You
for sure.
Yeah, you still have a Cascader.
Just hardcast a curator.
You can hardcast a curator.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I think at some point you really hope to draw a Greenland because you wanna get back your grief and get that other card out of his hand.
And filter the top of his library.
Yeah. That's a thing.
Yeah, I mean Mike does not have interaction for the grief, so that deals with the Ren plan.
Another dwarf,
Oh,
which is going to be a
now he
blocker.
does,
So his
yeah.
plan is to do the tribal flames kill.
No, he is going long here with the Ren and 6 for sure. Going long. Green source. Son of a bitch.
It's kind of a green source,
Yeah,
possibly.
Maybe.
I think you do
He's
cycle
attack
it.
here now, right?
Well, I mean, like,
You make Dasher trade both his dwarves to save money.
I would.
yeah, that's fair, but I mean, it
It
doesn't do a
that
whole lot.
much, though, really, yeah. When you really think about it, it does not. Because he's still going to have Ren and 6. It stops the ultimate. But that's the thing, he can just ignore it. 'Cause it's
I
not-
like this. This is what he needed to do was cycle.
Yeah.
Get some more information. It's like the worst
Jesus.
fucking land.
Where's your green sources? What? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's something.
Well, that
It's
does
action.
answer the
Yeah,
tribal flames kill plan.
for sure. It answers the. Yep. That's good.
So if he goes
Yeah,
for it right
and
now,
he
tries
is
the tribal
too.
flames, use force of negation it. That's really good.
Yeah, let's go. Top it down. Top it down. This is a weird game for this matchup, but hey.
Playing
I
out
think
the-
Ren and 6 Emblem players in the better spot still.
I mean, yeah.
He's got
But,
so many
oh,
spells.
he's definitely in a better spot, but it could turn on a dime. So
Yeah, well, yeah. Not drawing a green land is like you
I mean,
need.
this
the
would have
green.
already probably been kind of over if.
This
All right.
this game has been going.
Snap.
Oh, okay. You gotta like this.
Yeah. Exile that shit. And no more retrace. Yes. It's very important. It is very important to point that out. No, he does have the Izzet Charm. He could counter the force
He has an Is It Charm again?
if he has a land in hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, shit. Yep. All right. Get that green source. Where are we at?
Just one time. One time. Don't be the come in to play tapped one either. What we got?
Fucking, I mean, you got one course of action here. Oh,
Man, that's not the greatest.
and that's only creature and walker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is no bueno. This is not good.
I'm gonna go look at other matches. If he has a force, though.
Oh, yeah. The green source was the reason not to keep the hand, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes this deck just loses to itself.
Yeah. The land thing is.
Yeah, and,
It's an issue.
a lot of people, like, we've heard it said in our own chat that, like, this is just like an autopilot deck, and it's really not true. Like,
No,
actually,
it's
living
not.
in is actually really hard to play.
Well, you have to know. You
Like,
still have to know the deck.
you can play a random creature deck and get free wins for sure, but, like, you have to know what everybody else is doing to know how to sideboard because
Yeah.
there's a lot of hate. And then also knowing what's important in your own deck is pretty key.
Yep. Does this thing make him lose life too on the ETB?
Yeah, it's a drain 3.
Drain 3. Do they sack a creature and walker, or is it just one or the other?
One or the other.
Okay.
And discard a card, and you draw a card.
It's pretty wacky.
It does all the stuff.
All right, so that's going to win the game pretty quick.
Yeah, Green's Force off the top is still pretty decent.
What's in Mike's hand? See if he's got
It's 2 lands. He's
hanging on. Nope, he's got 1 land, binding. Holy shit, there's the green source.
Okay.
And it's way too little. Well, he's got it, so wait to move to combat. Yeah, I guess it didn't matter.
okay. This is gonna get the guy off the board.
Definitely will.
So basically, land off the top kind of wins it for Mike. And anything that's not a land, probably he loses. That's interesting.
Yeah. Can't counterspell anything.
No, he'll be able to leyline binding one of the creatures that comes back.
Yeah, just get in there, man.
Yeah.
Just get in there.
So, somebody who has not cascaded into a lot of living ends, you can tell. It's always the last place you put it.
Yeah. This one's deep.
There we go.
There we go.
The good news is he gets to stack the deck to make sure that there's no land on top. But does he know that?
Oh, you get to put them in any order?
You look
It's
at
not random?
You look at the top 3. No, with the
the
architect. He can make sure that there's. You'll get to see his hand with grief and know that he's dead to land on top and be able to stack it effectively. So what he really needs to do is stack the triggers to where he looks at his hand before he stacks the top of his deck.
Yeah. And that part of the deck is probably one of the things that people are like the least familiar with, because it seems like such an awkward card, you know? And such a like
Is he seeing the architect? Okay, yep. Let's bring him forward. Okay, gonna take the bird. Oh, he's gonna look at its own. Oh no!
Let's hope that
He is. Does he not? He doesn't realize that
I don't
he
think
is
he's
dead
connecting
to a
to a
land
land.
off the
Yeah.
top.
see if he gets lucky.
Lady Luck, and we're gonna put the camera on Mike because this draw is super important. What's he got? Oh, it's a Tribal Flames.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, there was that.
You think that Micah is realizing the error of his ways?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Mike is...
Because I do think that there's a pretty... If you just target your opponent with that trigger, it's pretty hard to lose. They just need, it needs to be land.
and that's
Tribal
what it's there
Flames.
for, and that's the most powerful thing. Of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Make sure it's not a sweeper or not anything that gets them out of it.
The Grixis Aether Vial deck I had forever ago that had Bolus and had the Architects of Will in it.
Yeah.
It felt so awesome to do that. Instant speed on their fucking upkeep. Like, I'm going to sneak this in. Look at your deck. Nope, you don't get any of that shit. You don't get what you need.
Yeah, definitely more of an afterthought in this deck, but it does kind of cement some wins here and there.
Leyline, especially with this version of Mike's deck, I think is a good bring in here.
Yeah, I don't know if he realizes that the leyline stops the
Archon. He probably doesn't,
but he did just get Tribal Flames to death. So
yeah, he got dead to burn, so I think it makes enough sense. Yeah, it should definitely be... he's not Yeah, he should be prioritizing the ley line. But first time out. That's the thing. After this game, he's definitely going to have learned quite a few things about the deck. Absolutely. Yeah, I was kind of hoping Patrick would play my white deck today because I think it would have been all right. Would have been fairly positioned in the room. Taking out your bolts and stuff because you don't need those. Yeah, ley lines don't mean a whole lot here either. Any removal really just doesn't really mean anything in this match.
No, not at all. The ley lines in Dashner's deck might have some utility, depending on whether or not Micah brings in ley lines, which he did not. It doesn't appear. I think it's really good in this matchup.
I
think the ley line of sanctity should probably come in.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for this deck that has such an easy way to mop up the board.
I also think that 100% the green pitch elemental endurances should have come in because this deck does tend to have a reanimator kind of sub theme.
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's a good contingency, and he did again just lose to a run in 6.
Yeah, which really you just don't want to get to that point.
No, it shouldn't ever. But I mean, there's still there's relevance, and if he's got anything that's kind of dead, then it still makes an amount of sense. Which most of it's not dead because the deck is so streamlined anyway. The subtleties aren't doing a lot here. I don't think those could be replaced by the endurances probably. You generally just trim cards when you bring stuff in.
Yeah, I probably would have brought in the ley lines and the endurances, and I would have probably I probably would have cut a living in, cut one copy, at least one copy of the whale, maybe 2, maybe cut an architect, cut. But yeah, you're just kind of trimming cyclers here and there, basically. It's weird. It's different for every match.
All right, let's see if Mike can get into the top 8 here. Yeah, I think Paul would have just learned a lot from just keeping that hand. So I definitely think he's going to be in better shape.
He almost got there. I mean,
really,
I think if he targets his opponent instead of himself with that trigger, it very well could have been the difference.
For sure.
Also, the turtle is something I probably would not have kept. These are tricky. These one land hands, especially on the play, I tend not to love them.
He's got healthy cyclers. He's got good interaction.
2 cyclers.
It's iffy as shit though, for sure.
Yeah, but you can also talk yourself into it because you do have answers to run in 6 and it's a tough one.
It's solid enough.
I will say, if you end up keeping the hand though, which he is, get the goddamn green source, man.
Yeah.
Get breeding pool would be awesome.
So Mike's got Archon in hand and a roof. So this is the other angle of this. He's going to get to just play your reanimator here. Yeah,
which the thing is though, that's not a huge deal, right?
It's not.
And not to mention, Micah has answers to it. He's got he does have force negation, and also if he's able to, if you do it and then you just turn around and live again the next turn. Well, that's all for naught,
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's kind of the possible draw if it's not a land. Free cycler. Okay.
All right.
Now we're
Business.
sitting pretty well.
Cooking with gas.
Yep, I like just passing here. That's good.
Now just having a good opening hand is really all this deck needs, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Some token scroll until we have something relevant to bring up.
And if he tries to go for run in 6 here, I probably do the cycle in response.
Yeah.
Because
I would definitely shut down that Ren in 6. I think it's worth
Well, the thing I found, if I think you can basically ignore Ren in 6 in this matchup.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time, I don't give a fuck. Okay, he's doing it perfectly.
Yeah, I'm thinking
like
from
cycling in response. Okay, so he's got. I think at this point, what I'm actually going to do is I'm probably going to subtlety it, pitching the actually, I'll probably pitch the pitch the turtle. I think you want to keep force and negation.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then he'll be able to living end on his turn. And that should be pretty good.
He'll be able to just keep up. Keeping up living in an instant speed is...
I know a lot of living in players not a fan of subtlety, but this is why it's in the deck. Because, honestly, Paul doesn't give a fuck about this. Because if he just living in, that it has no bearing on the game whatsoever.
For sure. Yeah, I was just thinking of my experience playing against the deck with what I play, and it's definitely, for the stuff that I play, you definitely need to get the Ren in 6 off the table for this deck. But yeah, living in it's a completely different animal that you do just ignore. You don't care.
All right.
It was a weird situation that it
getting
mattered
the
game
Steven
one anyway.
Tapped. Okay. Which means he's going to keep that cycler in hand, I assume. And so that he 100% has the force of negation mana up.
Okay, now I can just...
But now he's got force to force, so...
Yeah, now he's...
Okay, like passing here.
Yep, do this shit at instant speed. Do it again. Do it right now.
Now, I like doing it in... living in right now so you can subtlety...
That back right on top of his library, just time walk him over and over.
Nope, he's going to let it resolve. Okay. A little bit of a misstep there.
He's unfamiliar. He probably wasn't even thinking
100%.
of that angle, This is his first time out with this thing. And he's probably thinking he can bounce it after it's in play. That happens a lot with people with subtlety.
Yeah, it does.
They think that they can target it. And actually, it's probably what we're going to see happen here. I've seen that happen a lot.
Yeah. And really, and we might see some mistakes here. Like another one is, I think attacking the Ren at this point is kind of, not something you're really that interested. I mean, you might see him do it here, but...
Okay, yeah, he didn't think he could target it, so he just... Yeah, I definitely
just a little iffy on the timing there.
One of the things is, too, Mike needed that Ren to get that land. He was stuck on 2 lands, so that would have been... that was huge. Good. That was huge.
So at this point, it might actually be correct to kill it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go ahead and mop it up. It's easy to. You just send one guy at it. Yep.
But he's doing it the right way. The right way is to ignore it.
Yeah. Well, especially with the force. I didn't just cast the force, so
did he draw a blue card for turn? Because if he's got double force, if he's got hard cast force plus a backup force, that's sitting pretty.
He drew another violent outburst.
Okay. He does have double force.
Yeah, he can.
He has double force. Okay.
I forgot he was still hanging on to the architect. All right, so yeah, this is definitely pretty slow on Mike's end. The best he's doing His Prismari commanding the shit into his graveyard. He doesn't have a creativity. Or does he have creativity? I don't think he's... Let's see if you got a creativity.
I don't think there's anything that really matters here.
Yeah, I mean, not really. Creativity would just take something off the table, but... Yeah, no. The best he's got is Leyline Binding and tapping something down.
Yep.
And that's not enough. It'll buy him a turn.
He's dead to the 5/5 hexproof.
Well, so he can
no matter what he
can
does.
get the token. He has a turn, specifically a turn, but it's not going to be enough overall. Because he can chump the big guy, tap one of them down, and then Leyline Binding something. Chump the 5/5, binding the subtlety. Or no, actually, no, he can't even block. He's got to tap the Street Wraith down because that Swamp Walk. So actually, no, he is fucked. Well, he's not fucked. He still might survive.
Well, so he has a Leyline Binding and an ice.
Yeah.
If either of those is countered, he's fucked.
Oh, yeah. I was not even considering that backup counters. Yeah, he's just dead.
And the one that it'll probably be the Fire Ice when Paul realizes on his turn that this Fire Ice is a Hail Mary, he will probably force a negation on his own turn.
I mean, and he might not, though, still, just because all this does, even if he doesn't counter any of it, it's still just, he has literally a turn. Like, he's not going to be able to pull through. And that's the fun part, or the beautiful part of Living End, is that it doesn't take a giant graveyard full of crazy monsters to get there. It just takes one small Living End. And
I do it for 2 creatures all the time. And the thing is, if you're killing 2 of theirs and bringing 2 of yours back, a 4-creature swing in Modern is huge. That's enough to win most games.
Especially when it's a 5/5 hexproof.
Yeah, the 5/5 hexproof is huge for this deck.
3/4. And the funny thing now in the current Modern meta is Street Wraith is way better because everybody has a swamp.
Yep.
That shit is always unblockable.
Okay, so he's just going to pass it back.
I mean,
which is the wise thing to do.
Yeah, that's the only thing he has to do. Alright, moving to combat, icing something down. Doesn't really matter which one he ices, it's functionally the same, they're both unblockable in this instance. Icing the Wraith. I think he just drew a land. Going sideways here. Binding that one. And this is where the counterspell comes in.
I don't think you...
You don't care?
I don't think you care here.
You don't have to.
It's not fixing. It's not changing the clock, really. I guess it kind of is, because if he just draws another fetch, he's going to draw another fetch land off a Ren, and he'll just be able to chump until the end of time. So
yeah,
maybe you care a little bit. What's he got in hand?
Another. He's got a good stacked hand now.
Yeah, he's got plenty of goodies.
Yeah, and you can. Yeah, I'll just straight cast it. Yeah. All right. And I mean, that's the thing. Now, Mike's fetches aren't fetches after this combat. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So he will not have a chump block next turn. That's a pretty heads-up play by Paul, too, because now, like, you have the force negation to cover you against creativity, but this kind of ensures it.
Yeah.
This isn't like the Omnath decks where they can just slam Omnath and gain 4 life and start fetching
come
again.
back. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
All right. Does any of this matter? No.
No.
Most of the cards in his hand kill him with, like, kill himself on the stack. So, no, none of this is good. You could try to do some looting just for fun.
Yeah, he doesn't have a way out.
No. Doing the math just to make sure he's dead. At some point, if you're Mike, I think you gotta. There is a third game to be played here.
Yeah.
And like you want to give yourself as much time to finish that game because you are 1-1-1 and you really need this win.
For sure. No, there's no reason to even because.
All right, he's gonna do the thing that any good Magic player would do, which is to draw 2, discard 2 with this terrible fucking mode that I hate. It's not gonna do anything.
Hope to draw a basic so he can persist out the Archon. I think that's what he's going for. Oh, he's got the treasure too. Never mind. Yeah, so he's gonna get the Archon in play.
He won't because it'll get force negation.
Yeah. He's gonna try, and it ain't gonna work. That is such a sweet card though. That black card from Dominaria. That card is fucking cool.
All right, we're gonna see a concession to the force negation here as soon as this happens.
Yep. Treasure, persist, and Micah says no. Yep.
All right, so game 3 upcoming. So easy.
It's been a pretty good day.
We have not had
some sloggy match games, but I think overall it's been a pretty good day here.
Yeah.
I wish we'd have had everybody that was invited come out, but it being the holiday weekend, I get it, you know.
Was it a holiday weekend? Oh yeah, it's Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
By the way,
nothing's
John,
going on.
I was able to watch the first 2 episodes of the Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, and it's really fucking good. It's a very Hitchcockian.
The 4th episode is super weird. There's an episode where.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Well,
I'm going to watch these.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens. I'll tell you the premise of the episode. The premise of the episode is a chick that's, works at a bank with a bunch of just, like, fucking super pretty, yuppie banking ladies. Doesn't fit in. She's kind of an odd duck. And she goes to a party that's hosted by one of these chicks, and this chick gives everybody this lotion. And it makes her break out, but she is putting it on at night and she sees an infomercial for it, and the infomercial just basically speaks directly to her, keep using the lotion. It's going to change you for the better, and then it goes from there, and it gets pretty interesting. But no, it's fantastic. Every episode has been fantastic. There's a sweet kind of Body Snatchers episode that's really good. Did you see the rat one?
That's one. I've seen the rat one. The first episode with the
demon, the
storage locker demon thing, and then I saw the rat episode. So.
The rat episode was a lot of fun.
I am halfway through the 3rd episode, but I fell asleep. So
yeah, I think that's the Body Snatcher one, the alien.
Yeah, there's like a little ball thing. And,
yeah. No, it's sweet. The end of it is really cool. Yeah, it's fantastic. Everything that he produces is gold, and he's not.
Yeah, and he's the creator, and I like that. It's more of it reminds me of Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That old series, so. And because he didn't actually direct any of these or write any of these, but he's just collected a number of like-minded individuals that kind of think along the same lines as he does, and
it's a fantastic production.
Produce things as if you would believe that he produced any of these things.
Yep. No, everything that I've seen that dude touch is just gold. So,
and I like how he kind of does the intro for each episode. Like Hitchcock used to do.
Yeah, I'm sure that is a huge inspiration for it, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so let's see some hands.
All right, so
if there's a grief in there, that's decent.
I don't hate the hand. He doesn't have any interaction, which sucks. Oh, this is on a mulligan. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right card to put back. Yeah. No interaction is kind of a problem.
All right, what about Mike over here? Fire, Ice, Spell Pierce, Tribal Flames. Pretty ho-hum hand for Mike. They
Spell
both had
Pierce is really
Mulligan.
nice. Spell Pierce,
Yeah.
I can get behind. Spell Pierce will probably end up being a card.
Yeah. No, definitely. And it will be nice to, or is he? Yeah, he put back the living end.
I mentioned that I would
Wicker
cut a
Waves,
living
man.
end. Thinking back, like forgetting that this was a Spell Pierce deck, like I wouldn't cut a living end in this matchup with
Yeah.
Spell Pierce. You need to be able to living end multiple times in this game
For sure.
because the first one might not resolve. So
Is it Charm for Dashner? It didn't do anything. Well, you know, it did. It countered a spell, didn't it?
it's a terrible.
It
card.
could have been
It's
any.
a terrible magic
It
card.
countered a spell. It could have been any counter
It
spell.
didn't do anything. It did the same thing that it always does, which is nothing. God,
countered a
that card
spell.
sucks, dude. That card.
It could have been any card
What
that
did he- he
counters a
didn't counter
spell.
it. Oh
Yeah, he did.
He countered a spell. Renin 6 emblem countered a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was super like
he countered a spell. He was
5%.
after he had already
3%.
ultimated Renin 6. He
Yeah.
cast it from his graveyard for the counterport. It's a trashy card. Man. Don't put it in your deck.
But hey, it did do something. I'm just saying. It did something, but any other card in Magic that does anything similar would have been the exact same card functionally, so. Alright. Cycle. Whoop. Land, that's good to see.
I think he had some lands.
Oh, he did already have. Okay, so yeah, he already had the lands he needs. Because you don't need more than 3. Cycle. Alright. We're in business. Yeah, he definitely. The better Cascader, of course, would have been Violent Outburst to get around the Spell Pierce that Mike has.
Yeah, you'd like to have both.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can do one end of turn and then it gets countered, you untap and do the other.
Definitely in pretty decent shape here to be able to do the Waker Waves and get a little bit better selection than just a cycle. That's going to be helpful here. Hopefully draw him into the package he needs, or maybe some of the interaction that he could use. Get back the land. Play the land.
The clock, not an issue yet, but it is starting to get down there. They need to pick up the pace a little. Either one of these decks can win rather quickly.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be decided pretty fast, so I won't be the humbugger about the time this time, because this could just end real fast. It will end fast. When it ends. So, you think you should have just done the Waker there? I feel like you should have just cycled the Waker.
Oh, I would have done the Waker 100%.
Yeah. And now this ice, especially if that's a forest or something. Okay, no, it's not. Cycling response buys Mike some time. Well, Mike is definitely going to do creativity next turn. He might be patient. He'll probably be patient.
Yeah, if he
actually.
creativities, he's probably going to lose.
Yeah, no, and I think he's going to be patient with it. Because there's no reason not to be.
Yeah.
You bought him enough time with that ice, so. Alright, a little shuffle action here. I will say that the binding is definitely good for a lot of the decks in the meta.
Yeah.
I do think it can be forced too much, but it is definitely slotted right into a couple things, and it's definitely.
I'm assuming he kept it in here either because he didn't have enough things to take out.
Yeah, that
Or-
was most likely it.
Come on, Micah. Use your cards. Yeah, I
Kind
think
of, kind of timing around we got. I'm going to warn him at the 5-minute mark. Okay. Yeah, that Waker is.
Yeah, he just needs to find a violent outburst. Did he
I think he
not get a land?
I think he just cycled.
He fetched though. Did he not get a land? Oh, okay. Yeah. He didn't do anything, it appears. Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think he could be a bit more aggressive with his cycling. 5 minutes to timing round. Camera is going crazy. Focus, damn you.
Oops.
There we go.
What was that?
5 minutes. We were telling him no, it was a 5-minute warning.
They didn't understand it.
Oh, I spoke pretty clearly, I thought. Oh, soon there will be an upgrade on that again. Always too many things to upgrade.
They probably just heard you say time and round. They're like, what? Okay.
Here's the thing.
Yep.
Alright, so if he creativity's here, Micah should definitely cycle his little heart out. Try to hit that for us.
I can't believe that he's held on to the whale this long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mike's definitely...
I assume at this point he's just going to bounce the Renin 6.
Yep. Yeah, it's fair enough.
You know, there's nothing you can really say about that, so...
He really needs to some counter protection, though, man.
Yeah, like, he should have been digging. He's left way too many untapped lands behind in this game to be missing land drops and still not have the protection that you're talking about. Jesus Christ, he's got enough sorcery speed. Looks at it though, doesn't he? I don't hate this. Let's just get one out of the way.
Yeah, he's got plenty to back up, so. Get a card out of his hand. I would definitely go ahead and cycle in response to the Spell Pierce, though. Just, why not, you know?
I mean, why, though? It doesn't really do anything.
Well, you could hit a Force.
Force on your turn doesn't do anything.
Oh, shit. Why do I always forget that?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Now, and he probably brought in Mystical Dispute, but that's not going to do anything here.
I don't know, I always goddamn forget that. It's so annoying.
A lot of people do. Clearly, we had a GRV earlier today because somebody forgot that you can't force on your own turn for the discount.
You just get so used to doing it, and then there's times
things are free. I think what it is, it's the pitch elementals
helping along. Yeah, no, for sure.
People are used to the pitch elementals, just kind of being able to do it whenever you want. And
well, that's the thing, because all the forces are mostly sideboard cards, and the pitch elementals are main, so you just get used to that play pattern from those cards in your main.
All right, so he's going to get 2.
So that's going to... Yeah, no, this is fine. I mean, this is perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's going to lose 6 life, and if there's not a backup Spell Pierce...
I don't think there is. We'll see. He's got 1 land up on Mike's side. Got to sack your dude, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he doesn't... Okay, he still has cards in hand. So being able to bring back 2... whales, assuming that there's no counter magic for Mike.
Well, you got 2 card draws. Let's look at Mike's hand, see if we can peek. Yeah, if he doesn't have counter magic, Mike is great.
He has Flusterstorm.
Oof.
That's the best one.
Oh, yeah, this is done. This is done.
Yeah, just very timely draws there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was tight. That was super tight. I mean, really, at that point, you could just show them.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, there you go.
All right, that'll do it. That will do it for the Swiss rounds, and we're going to take a short break here, and we will be back with the quarterfinals. Stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in. Be back.